Today, the cheesesteak is probably the region's favorite street food. Every neighborhood in the Philadelphia area sells it, like here at Tony Luke's in South Philly.
Cheesesteaks are a staple of Philadelphia. I mean, it's the one sandwich that we own. We created that sandwich. To me, a Philly cheesesteak is a ribeye steak. It's not a top round, it's not sirloin. It's an aged, well-marbleized ribeye steak. I prefer a crusty Italian roll, where most cheesesteaks were always made with a very soft roll. I like my roll crusty, more of an Italian bread. People who order cheesesteaks as opposed to plain steaks, at least for here, and I would say in the majority of the city, I'd say it's about 90-10, 90% cheesesteak, 10% plain.
The steak sandwich with a lot of onions.
2 American with.
And I don't think anyone could lay claim to having the best cheesesteak. I mean, it's all a matter of personal preference. It's what you grew up with. It's what you like. It's what you prefer. So, you know, when I read people say, we're the best, and I make the best, you've never heard me in an interview ever say I make the best cheesesteak. I make the best cheesesteak I could possibly make.
Some like their steak with provolone, others with American, and still others with
cheesesteak with whiz. That's it.
good old processed cheese whiz, Kraft Foods' gift to the culinary world. So just what is the story with that ultimate in processed food?
To me as a kid, cheesesteak for me has always been whiz and fried onions. That's my cheesesteak. You know, I don't know where it came from. I don't know how that particular thing started. I would assume that it was just the ease of putting it on, you know, as opposed to letting the steak cook and have to melt the American cheese, and this was already warm and it was on. I would assume that was it.
Today, the cheesesteak's fame has spread to cities around the country.
So we're from Missouri, so you got to show us. It's a show-me steak.
First time I've ever been to Philadelphia. Said if you come to Philly, you got to have a cheesesteak.
It's great. Better than a hamburger.
But purists will tell you that after an hour's ride from Philly, it just isn't the same. Is it the meat or the roll that seems to be lacking elsewhere? Or is it some hard-to-pin-down Philly food attitude?
I will have this cheesesteak in every city in the entire country. The right one, the way it's supposed to be, with the bread and the cheese. 10 years from now, that question will be obsolete. Oh yeah, I'm like the Johnny Appleseed of cheesesteaks. Just spreading cheese whiz and onions all across the country.
So watch out, America. The real Philly cheesesteak may be ready to conquer your heart and your waistline.